My beloved soul, people who truly trust God never stay broken for long. Here's the shocking reason why. Stop scrolling right now and hear this warning before it is too late. God showed me something dangerous about your current season. The enemy thought your pain would destroy your faith forever. Darkness believed your tears would silence your destiny. But heaven interrupted that evil plan today. Because people who truly trust God are never abandoned for long. They may cry for nights. They may walk through unbearable battles. They may feel crushed by betrayal and exhaustion. But God always rebuilds what the enemy tried to break. And the shocking truth is this. Your current suffering is secretly preparing a miracle bigger than your imagination. My beloved soul, if you are hearing these words right now, this message was sent directly for you. God is exposing the hidden reason why your spirit survived every attack. Before we continue, obey this instruction quickly. Like this video and subscribe right now. Comment, "I still trust God," below this video as a declaration of faith. And if this ministry has touched your soul, scan the QR code on the screen right now and sow your $20 faith seed today. Your support helps spread God's message to broken souls worldwide. The QR code is on the screen now. The secure giving link is also in the description and pinned comment. Do not ignore this moment. Heaven sees every act of faith. My beloved soul, there is a reason your heart refused to fully give up. There is a reason you survived battles that should have destroyed your peace completely. God kept you alive spiritually because your story is not finished. The enemy attacked your emotions heavily. He attacked your confidence repeatedly. He attacked your family connections. He attacked your finances. He attacked your sleep at night. But somehow your soul still whispers one sentence. God will carry me through this. That quiet trust is exactly what terrifies darkness. Because heaven responds to people who trust God during painful seasons. Anyone can praise God while life feels comfortable. Anyone can speak faith when doors keep opening easily. But true trust appears when everything around you feels shattered. That is where heaven starts moving powerfully. My beloved soul, many people misunderstand broken seasons. They think pain means God abandoned them. They think delays mean heaven forgot them. They think suffering means their prayers failed. But Scripture repeatedly shows the opposite truth. God often rebuilds strongest people after painful breaking seasons. Joseph was betrayed before becoming powerful. David cried before becoming king. Job lost everything before restoration arrived. Jesus suffered before resurrection power appeared. Brokenness was never the end of their story. And it is not the end of yours either. Listen carefully now. Some of your greatest blessings are being formed during this painful season. God is teaching your spirit dependence instead of pride. He is teaching patience instead of panic. He is teaching wisdom through suffering. This process hurts deeply. But it creates unshakable faith. My beloved soul, heaven showed me that many people watching this message secretly feel emotionally exhausted. You smile around others daily. You pretend everything feels normal. But inside your heart feels tired and wounded. Some nights you cry silently. Some mornings you struggle finding strength again. Yet you still pray. You still believe. You still search for God despite the pain. That faith is precious in heaven's eyes. Very precious. God never ignores a wounded believer who still chooses trust. And today heaven is responding to your endurance. Before this next revelation, pause for 10 seconds and obey this instruction with faith. Scan the QR code on your screen right now and sow your $20 faith seed into this ministry today. God sees sacrificial obedience during difficult seasons. The QR code is visible on the screen now. The giving link is waiting in the description and pinned comment below. Do not delay what heaven placed in your spirit to do. My beloved soul, there is something shocking about spiritual trust that most people never understand. Trusting God during suffering confuses the enemy completely. Darkness expects bitterness from wounded people. Darkness expects anger from betrayed people. Darkness expects unbelief from exhausted people. But when you still trust God after painful attacks, heaven releases supernatural strength into your spirit. That is why truly faithful people never remain broken forever. Their trust becomes a bridge toward restoration. Their pain becomes preparation for purpose. Their tears become seeds for future joy. The enemy wanted your suffering to separate you from God permanently. But instead your pain pushed you closer to heaven. Closer to prayer. Closer to surrender. Closer to spiritual wisdom. That is why the enemy failed. My beloved soul, some people around you cannot understand your survival. They watched you experience heartbreak after heartbreak. They saw betrayal wound your spirit deeply. They saw doors close suddenly. They saw opportunities disappear painfully. Yet somehow you kept moving forward slowly. That was not luck. That was God sustaining your soul quietly behind the scenes. Heaven carried you when your strength felt weak. God protected your mind during spiritual warfare. Angels surrounded you during dangerous moments you never even noticed. You are still here for a reason. Still chosen. Still protected. Still loved by heaven. And God says your restoration season is beginning closer than you realize. Do not quit now. Do not walk away from faith now. Do not allow temporary pain to destroy eternal purpose. Because something powerful is approaching your life unexpectedly. My beloved soul, hear this carefully. Some of your greatest spiritual growth happened during hidden suffering. While others celebrated publicly, you learned how to trust God privately. While others relied on comfort, you learned dependence on heaven. While others chased temporary validation, you discovered deeper spiritual endurance. This painful process transformed your spirit more than you currently understand. God was building strength inside your soul silently. And soon people will witness the results. They will see peace that makes no logical sense. They will see favor returning unexpectedly. They will see blessings arriving suddenly. They will wonder how you survived everything. But only you and God will fully understand the truth. Heaven carried you through darkness step by step. Before we continue deeper into this prophetic message, take this moment seriously. If your spirit feels connected to this word today, scan the QR code showing on your screen right now and sow your $20 faith seed with expectation. Your support helps this ministry continue reaching wounded souls across the world daily. The secure link is available in the description and pinned comment below this video. Do not ignore spiritual instructions when heaven moves your heart. My beloved soul, there is another shocking reason faithful people never stay broken long. God uses pain to expose fake foundations around your life. Some relationships had to collapse. Some connections had to disappear. Some environments had to end painfully. Because God saw hidden dangers you could not recognize earlier. What felt like destruction was often divine protection in disguise. Heaven removed distractions before your next season arrived. Heaven separated you from people draining your spiritual strength. It hurt deeply. But it protected your destiny. Trusting God during these painful separations was never easy. Some nights felt unbearable. Some losses changed your heart permanently. Yet God remained beside you quietly through every storm. And now your spirit is becoming wiser, stronger, and spiritually sharper than before. My beloved soul, heaven says your tears were never wasted. Every painful prayer reached God's throne. Every sleepless night was recorded in heaven. Every moment you almost gave up but continued trusting God mattered spiritually. Your suffering produced spiritual authority the enemy fears greatly. That is why attacks increased around your life recently. Darkness recognized your breakthrough approaching before you noticed it yourself. But hear this clearly now. The same God who carried you through brokenness will soon reveal why your suffering was necessary. And when restoration finally arrives, your testimony will strengthen countless wounded souls around you. People will look at your life and remember God still restores broken hearts. People will see your healing and regain hope again. Your survival already carries purpose. Your faith already carries power. And heaven is not finished writing your story yet. My beloved soul, there is something happening in the spiritual realm right now that most people cannot see clearly. While you were crying silently, heaven was preparing restoration secretly behind closed doors. While you were asking God why everything felt delayed, angels were fighting battles surrounding your future. The enemy wanted you to believe your broken season would last forever. He wanted hopelessness to become your permanent identity. But God says this season was never designed to destroy you completely. It was designed to transform you deeply. And transformation always feels painful before purpose becomes visible. My beloved soul, many people lose faith because they expect God to move instantly. They expect immediate answers. Immediate healing. Immediate restoration. But heaven often works differently. God strengthens roots before revealing fruit publicly. He builds endurance before releasing elevation. He shapes character before opening destiny doors. That process can feel lonely sometimes. Very lonely. Especially when you watch others succeed while your prayers seem delayed repeatedly. But hear this carefully today. Delayed does not mean denied. Hidden does not mean forgotten. Broken does not mean abandoned. God is still actively working behind the scenes of your life right now. Even during silence. Even during confusion. Even during emotional exhaustion. My beloved soul, heaven showed me that some people watching this message experience betrayal from people they trusted completely. You loved sincerely. You helped faithfully. You sacrificed genuinely. But instead of receiving loyalty, you received disappointment and pain. That betrayal wounded your heart deeply. It made trusting others difficult again. Sometimes you even questioned God because of what people did to you. But listen carefully now. Human betrayal never cancels divine purpose. People may fail you painfully. Friends may leave unexpectedly. Family members may misunderstand your heart. But God never abandons souls who continue trusting Him sincerely. Never. And the shocking reason faithful people recover from brokenness faster is because their foundation remains connected to heaven instead of temporary people. When people leave, God remains. When doors close, God remains. When emotions collapse, God remains faithful through every storm. My beloved soul, some of your greatest miracles are being delayed because God is protecting you from premature blessings. You prayed for opportunities. But heaven saw dangers hiding behind certain doors. You prayed for relationships. But heaven recognized hidden intentions inside certain hearts. You prayed for quick breakthroughs. But God knew your spirit needed more preparation first. That delay frustrated you deeply. Yet later you will thank heaven for every closed door that protected your destiny secretly. Trusting God means believing His wisdom exceeds your current understanding. Even when pain makes no sense initially. Even when silence feels unbearable emotionally. True faith continues believing despite temporary confusion. That level of trust releases supernatural favor eventually. My beloved soul, I need you to understand this powerful truth today. The enemy attacks people with strong destinies aggressively. Darkness does not waste energy fighting spiritually empty lives. The intensity of your warfare often reveals the importance of your future assignment. That explains why your battles felt unusually heavy recently. The enemy recognized your spiritual growth increasing. He saw your faith becoming stronger through suffering. He saw heaven preparing restoration around your life quietly. And that terrified darkness greatly. So attacks increased. Fear increased. Delays increased. Emotional exhaustion increased. But despite everything, your spirit still refused surrender completely. That endurance proves God's hand remains over your life powerfully. Before we continue deeper into this prophetic word, take this moment seriously with faith and obedience. If this message is touching your soul today, scan the QR code on the screen right now and sow your $20 faith seed into this ministry. Your support helps spread God's truth to wounded hearts across the world daily. The QR code is visible now on your screen. The secure giving link is also waiting in the description and pinned comment below this video. Heaven honors obedience connected to faith. My beloved soul, many people believe strength means never crying, never struggling, never feeling emotionally weak. But heaven defines strength differently. Real spiritual strength means continuing trust while carrying pain privately. It means praying while feeling exhausted. It means worshiping while healing slowly. It means refusing bitterness despite disappointment. That kind of faith moves heaven deeply. God sees every hidden battle inside your heart. He sees moments nobody else notices. The nights you almost gave up completely. The mornings you forced yourself to keep believing again. The silent prayers whispered through tears. Heaven recorded every single moment faithfully. And God says your endurance is about to produce visible reward soon. Do not lose hope now. You are closer than you realize. My beloved soul, there are blessings approaching your life that will heal years of emotional damage gradually. God knows exactly what your soul needs currently. He knows where pain still exists secretly. He knows which memories still hurt deeply. He knows which disappointments damaged your confidence severely. And heaven is already preparing restoration specifically designed for your wounded areas. Some healing will happen emotionally. Some healing will happen financially. Some healing will happen spiritually. Some healing will happen through unexpected divine connections. But trust this truth completely. God restores differently than humans expect. Sometimes restoration arrives quietly instead of dramatically. Sometimes healing begins slowly before becoming powerful publicly. Do not underestimate small signs of progress around your life now. They are evidence heaven is already moving. My beloved soul, stop condemning yourself for feeling tired occasionally. You survived battles most people could never understand fully. You carried emotional burdens silently for long periods. You smiled while hurting internally. You encouraged others while secretly struggling yourself. That kind of pressure affects the human heart deeply. Yet despite everything, you still seek God sincerely. You still desire truth. You still hope for better days ahead. That alone proves heaven's presence remains alive inside your spirit. Broken people without faith usually become bitter permanently. But your soul still longs for God despite painful experiences. That longing reveals your spiritual connection remains protected by heaven. My beloved soul, hear this next revelation carefully because it will change your perspective forever. Some seasons feel empty because God is removing dependence on worldly security. Heaven wants your trust rooted deeper than money, relationships, or public approval. Those things can disappear suddenly. But God remains eternal and unchanging forever. Painful seasons often teach believers where their true foundation actually exists. And once your trust becomes anchored completely in God, the enemy loses power to destroy your peace permanently. That is why faithful people eventually recover from brokenness stronger than before. Their confidence shifts from temporary things toward eternal truth. Their identity becomes connected to heaven instead of unstable circumstances. That transformation creates unshakable spiritual endurance. My beloved soul, there are people secretly watching your life right now. Some expect your failure eventually. Some assume your faith will collapse under pressure. Some believe your suffering proves God abandoned you. But heaven says your testimony will shock many people later. The same people who witnessed your painful season will eventually witness your restoration season too. They will see peace returning to your heart unexpectedly. They will see favor surrounding your life again. They will see doors opening suddenly after long delays. And they will realize God never left you during broken seasons. He was preparing something greater quietly behind the scenes. My beloved soul, heaven also showed me that many of you carry guilt from past mistakes heavily inside your heart. You still replay old failures repeatedly. You still condemn yourself for choices you regret deeply. Sometimes shame whispers that you are unworthy of restoration now. But hear God's truth clearly today. Grace is stronger than your past failures. Mercy is greater than your mistakes. God already knew every weakness before calling you chosen. Your failure surprised people maybe. But they never surprised heaven. And if you genuinely seek God today, restoration remains possible for your future. Do not allow shame to imprison your destiny longer. Jesus did not suffer so you could remain permanently chained to guilt and regret. Freedom belongs to those who trust God completely. My beloved soul, your current pain is not random. There is purpose hidden inside this process. God is developing compassion through your suffering. He is creating wisdom through your battles. He is producing spiritual authority through your endurance. One day wounded people will hear your testimony and regain hope again. One day your story will remind broken souls that God still heals. That God still restores. That God still rebuilds shattered hearts. But right now heaven needs you to continue trusting through the process. Even when answers remain unclear. Even when emotions feel unstable. Even when restoration seems delayed temporarily. Keep believing. Keep praying. Keep standing spiritually. Because heaven is moving closer to your breakthrough every single day. And the enemy knows his time attacking your peace is running out quickly. My beloved soul, before this message ends, heaven wants you to remember one final truth tonight. Your broken season was never proof that God abandoned you. It was proof that God trusted you enough to survive the process without losing your soul completely. The enemy thought pressure would destroy your faith permanently. He thought betrayal would harden your heart forever. He thought disappointment would separate you from God completely. But he underestimated the power of divine grace operating over your life. Because even after everything you survived, your spirit still searches for heaven. Your soul still desires truth. Your heart still believes restoration is possible. And that is exactly why your story is about to change unexpectedly. My beloved soul, God says the tears you cried privately are about to produce visible rewards publicly. Some prayers you almost stopped praying are closer to manifestation than you realize. Some doors that remained closed for years are beginning to unlock spiritually. Some battles exhausting your mind are nearing their ending season. Heaven has not ignored your pain. God has not forgotten your sacrifices. And angels have not stopped fighting for your future. Even during silence, heaven remained active around your life continuously. You simply could not see the spiritual battles happening behind the scenes. But one day everything will make sense clearly. One day you will understand why certain people left unexpectedly. One day you will understand why some prayers faced delays. One day you will understand why God allowed certain painful seasons to happen. And when that understanding finally arrives, your faith will become stronger than ever before. My beloved soul, stop believing the lie that you are permanently damaged now. God specializes in rebuilding wounded hearts beautifully. He restores peace after chaos. He restores joy after mourning. He restores strength after exhaustion. He restores hope after despair. That is who He is. And heaven says your restoration season is no longer far away. Small signs are already appearing around your life quietly. Your spirit is becoming lighter slowly. Your wisdom is increasing daily. Your discernment is becoming sharper. Your connection with God is becoming deeper through every battle you survived. These are not random changes. They are evidence that heaven is preparing you for the next chapter of your destiny. My beloved soul, there is still purpose attached to your life. There are still people waiting to hear your testimony someday. There are still souls who will regain hope because you refuse to quit during painful seasons. Never underestimate what God can do through a surrendered heart. One moment of divine favor can reverse years of suffering suddenly. One unexpected blessing can heal years of emotional pain gradually. One answered prayer can change everything forever. So do not give up now when heaven is already moving. Do not surrender now when restoration is approaching closer daily. Keep trusting God completely. Keep believing during uncertainty. Keep standing through emotional storms. Because faithful people never stay broken forever. God always rebuilds those who continue trusting Him sincerely. Always. Before this message ends, obey this final instruction with faith and expectation. If this prophetic word touched your spirit deeply today, scan the QR code on your screen right now and sow your $20 faith seed into this ministry. Your support helps spread God's truth to hurting souls across the world every single day. The QR code is visible on the screen now. The secure giving link is also waiting in the description and pinned comment below this video. Do not ignore what heaven places on your heart to do today. And if you believe God is restoring your life right now, comment, "God is rebuilding me," below this video boldly. Like this video. Subscribe to this channel. And share this message with someone carrying hidden pain tonight. My beloved soul, your story is not ending in brokenness. Your story is ending in restoration, healing, victory, and divine purpose. And heaven is just getting started with your life.